There we go. Let me just do a little quick test here, everybody. Let's move that up. And I think we're good. All right. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Loki also says hello. Hold on a second. Every time I say hello to you guys, Loki's all excited because he wants to say his hellos as well. Hello. Like a little freaking piranha. Yeah. Okay. Let's go over here very fast. Back to the middle display. Okay. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, like I just said. Hey, Smooth Boy. Happy to see you back, my man. So, a lot of stuff's happening. We'll be talking about all of that. For now, we're just going to be having the Bitcoin chart on this 5-minute chart here just so we can see what's going on. I was supposed to go live in about 12 minutes or so, but I noticed this Bitcoin little drop off. So we're just going to keep a track on this because, and I got news, see me guys, I'm all over the place. I got news running on my other monitors here, so if there's anything that comes out unexpected, I'll be able to kind of see what's going on. I'll bring up the news if it's relevant to the Bitcoin and crypto markets here because we're all pretty much waiting for the spot Bitcoin ETF. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to open up a new tab because basically, bloop, there you go. Few things we have to talk about based off of yesterday's news. The big stuff that before we start going into the SEC crisis and hacking and stuff like that. Big thing here is just in, this is an hour ago, the SEC is expected to approve spot Bitcoin ETFs today after trading closes, Fox Business reports. That's really the big news here for today. So we're going live right now, not during my non-normal time, because I'm very interested to see what happens during that report, what happens, and then how does the market react. After yesterday, I'm not entirely sure if we are going to be going if we're going to be pumping up or we're just going to be crashing. Right now, the news hasn't even come out, and you're already seeing Bitcoin take these smaller dips. Shorts are kind of on the attack. I know that if you guys go over here also to another account, whale alert, there we go. A lot of money has been flowing to crypto exchanges. And usually when you see these types of moves, people are either going to make some really huge trades. Let's just say that, okay? Now, when they're trading in Bitcoin, usually they want to sell. So we're kind of keeping an eye on this, but so far the movement has been much more on the bearish side. We still have over a half an hour left, so that's going to be fine here. But let's make this go over here very fast. Have this going up there. I think we're still good to go. Yeah. So we're basically just waiting for that update to come along. But right now, Bitcoin definitely is getting hit down a little bit. We can go over to the 5-minute chart here. There we are. We were doing okay. We ended up hitting that 46,500 target that I gave you guys yesterday. But it took way too long. So, as you guys know, I got out of the trade a lot earlier. But yeah, now we're just watching Bitcoin get pushed down a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to be watching for the news here every few minutes. I had CNBC up here, but I think a whole bunch of ads popped up above it. There we go. Oh, this is stuff that I've been looking at. I want to get that dagger right there. That dagger is a few $100 though, so that's going to be a no-go for a while. No, actually more than a few $100. Why did it do this to me? Oh, geez. There you go. All right. Right now they're talking about inflation and stuff like that. That's not important. But once they start talking about SEC announcing the spot Bitcoin ETF, then I'll pull up the news so we can kind of get a better idea of what's going on here. Overall, guys, let's just take a quick backup here. Let's go to some 4-hour charts. Ethereum is still looking pretty good. It had that dip just like Bitcoin a few minutes ago, but Ethereum did have a breakout here, which was kind of nice. I know we talked about some of those buying signals here, but they were kind of wonky, so I never hopped in here, especially with Bitcoin the way it is. But if you guys took Ethereum, you guys made a little bit of money here, which is nice. Things like 88 still consolidating, Dogecoin still consolidating, AMP still consolidating. Not everything has been booming up, but then you hit stuff like Arbitrum. You had that casual breakout, change of character, buy signal. I would say right here after the pump. And it worked out for a few hours, about half a day actually. AVAX not there yet, but it looks like it could turn positive in the next 3 hours or so. So a bunch of stuff. Honestly, this is not my type of specialty when it comes to trading, when it comes to these big announcements. It's usually too, the technicals themselves are not reliable enough for me to make a really well-informed decision on which way to go. Typically, when I see a chart like this, as far as Bitcoin, I see the 4-hour chart still looking pretty bearish, right? The daily chart still, the daily chart's kind of more neutral right now. I would say even a little bit bullish. So we're kind of just in this very choppy environment. But with this big news coming out here pretty soon, it's like, do you want to be buying into this or do you want to be shorting into this? To me, it's not worth it to be doing either. If what I'd be doing is I'd be holding positions I've already taken a while ago, or I would be, looking to scale out of positions that I've already accumulated over the past few weeks. And hey, Perch, your videos on GainFan are great. Yeah, I can always add more GainFan videos. I actually just made an announcement a couple days ago that I'm going to be working more on tutorials on this channel, and then technical analysis type stuff when it comes to daily updates are just going to be for members, and then from there, the Telegram channel and stuff like that. So if you guys haven't already, I have a Telegram link down below. It's newer. People have been asking me about it for a while. So there you go. It'll be nice and easy for you guys to see what's going on. But so far, guys, the stock market's doing fine. That's looking nice. Crypto is kind of more of a mixed bag right now. Like, you got some stuff up 5%, but you got some stuff down 5% at the same time. You got Solana down about 5% today. Matic's up 5%, which is kind of nice. But everything is still a lot lower than where it was a few days ago. So, just keep that in mind here as we kind of wait to see what happens here as the announcement is being made, all right? And hey, AK Royal, happy to see you back, my man. Let's go over here very fast. We can see what's been popping up for the last 24 hours. Arbitrum, Rocket Pool, Optimism is still doing very well. Blur's doing well. SNX is doing well. Lido DAO, Maker, MNT, excuse me. So we still got some strong movers here. On the other side, though, we got a few things coming down a little bit, but I would say most stuff is doing pretty good. I would say most stuff is doing pretty well right now. Let's see. Market cap is still growing fine, not looking too bad. New crypto, but yeah, everything still looks to be fine. We've only had a 0.77 decrease of the market cap since yesterday, so I would say, guys, we're pretty much in an okay spot right here. Over the last few minutes, you could definitely tell that the whales have been trying to push Bitcoin down. We had this nice little pop-off earlier in the morning, but ever since then, consolidation, and then boom, coming smacked back down. And like I just showed you guys a few minutes ago, you're definitely seeing a lot of money moving around right now. A lot of money is moving. So I'm wondering, are they getting ready to dump on us, or are they getting ready to buy up a whole bunch of cryptocurrency? One of the two is about to happen, but these guys have been like pumping money, right? 3,000 Bitcoin moved from unknown wallet to Coinbase. 15,000 Ethereum transferred from unknown wallet to Coinbase. 100,000 USD transferred from Tether Treasury to unknown wallet. 516 Bitcoin transferred from Kraken to unknown new wallet. So the money is just kind of flowing around right now, and I think everybody's just kind of waiting to see what exactly happens. What is this right here? 4,000 Bitcoin, yeah, to Coinbase. 48,000 Matic, wow, transferred to unknown wallet to unknown wallet. So that's not big news there. Coinbase to unknown wallet to Coinbase. Yeah, 500 Bitcoin from Bitfinex to Kraken. 900 Bitcoin transferred from unknown wallet to Coinbase. Yeah, wow. And let me just check to see if there's any more news. Just in, the following spot Bitcoin ETFs will start trading on CBOE tomorrow, pending SEC approval. That's VanEck, Fidelity, Franklin, ARK Invest, Wisdom Tree, and Invesco Galaxy. Oh, so this is what happened to the BlackRock one. That's interesting right there, too. But if they're going to start trading tomorrow, the announcement's definitely going to have to come today. So over the next few minutes, guys, we'll be waiting for the announcement. It's not supposed to happen until after market close. So, we'll be chilling here, answering you guys' questions and things like that. Even Matic is up a little bit. Oh, no, Matic dipped just like Bitcoin. It must just be up higher relative. Yeah. Must have had a really good morning compared to Bitcoin. Because you can see that breakout there. Broke out, and Bitcoin took it right back down with that little bit of a stomp. But these trends are just not the best here. Feels like it wants to break down over here, consolidate, then make another move. Not necessarily just boom up all the way. But the Bitcoin ETF can definitely change that here. How's the daily chart looking for Bitcoin? Yeah, because we're still fairly bullish on the daily charts. It's just that that news from yesterday really screwed up a lot of the short-term ones. But I think we've kind of got that out of our system. Yeah, it's out of our system on the 15-minute chart. 1 hour chart, it's still in the system a little bit, but I think it's still fine. 1 hour chart's not looking as good. The 2 hour chart's looking a little bit better, but still not perfect. And the 4 hour chart's looking bearish as can be. That hasn't changed. Even the little pump that we saw yesterday still hasn't changed. Oh well, you know, this is obviously going to be one of the harder things to buy right now, but I still think it's worth checking out just to kind of keep an eye on it. Go back here. Looks like Bitcoin trying to consolidate a little bit more. Why is this so? There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, one thing of news that we learned from yesterday. So yesterday I gave you like 3 or 4. I forget the fourth one, so that's why I'm saying 3 or 4. I gave you like 4 options of what could have happened with the spot Bitcoin ETF announcement from the SEC government page. And so the 4 options I gave you guys, because the news was only talking about one. The news said that the SEC, the news said that X got hacked. And then from that hack, they were able to log in and post on the SEC's government page, okay? That was one thing that could have happened. So X was hacked. Another one was the SEC was hacked. And my third option was, well, they might have just gotten to the person's account that actually runs, you know, their phone or their computer that actually runs the social media account. And it looks like that's what's actually happened. The surprising thing I think about this is the fact that they didn't have 2-factor authentication on their account, which is really wild because I feel like for any type of social media nowadays, you kind of have to have 2-factor authentication because for if you don't, it's very easy just to steal somebody's password or guess it right, and then boom, you're into their account. So you have to have an email or like a posting, hey, is this you? You know, Google has a really good 2-factor authentication, I think, but yeah. So that's the news from yesterday. Looks like the SEC, that's why they said it was compromised. I told you it was kind of weird words to be using. Looks like it was the SEC's fault. I won't see the SEC, the agency's fault, but that one individual, definitely their fault. They work and they were hired by the SEC, so it kind of goes up the chain. So yeah, the SEC got embarrassed yesterday, and they just need to, it's a bureaucracy thing. They just really don't know how to be efficient. And I think that's just something we expect from all bureaucracies, no matter who runs them, Democrats or Republicans or independents or whoever. We don't really expect them to be all that great, so to speak, right? So far, Bitcoin's trying to make a comeback here. That's something nice to see. Let's stick to the 5-minute chart, though, just so we can kind of see what's going on. What the heck is going on? There we go. And hey, Gus. Everything moves but Doge. I'm really starting to lose faith and think Elon played everyone who bought Doge high and now stuck. It's the same thing as AMC, all hype and influence, and then they rug pull. Honestly, if you feel that way about Dogecoin, the best thing to do, because it can just be a drain on your mental health, is to sell your Dogecoin, take a tax hit for next year or something, and then just move it over to a coin you really believe in. It can be a Matic, Ethereum Classic, it can be anything. Arbitrum, it can be a lower market cap token that's maybe not at the lower ones that are like a very high risk, but somewhere like, you know, around the 80 to 150 of the market cap rankings, somewhere down there. Like, I like Dogecoin. I hold Dogecoin. I'm holding it for a while, but it's not the largest position in my portfolio. And so when I'm going over here and I'm looking at stuff, you know, just go down to number 80. 80 was just a round number in my head. It's not, you can go above or below. But 80 right here, 750 million. That's still in a market cap that I feel fine with. So you can put in IOTA, ASTR, Terra Classic. No, I wouldn't recommend Terra Classic. But things like Chili's, Fractures, Clayton, Blur, something that's been kind of rallying up over the past year or so. You can see Fetch AI is up quite a bit. Blur's up quite a bit. Typically, I would be looking for something that maybe hasn't been moving up so fast lately. It's kind of been consolidating, but still kind of grinding. But, you know, there's tons of things down here. Nexo is fine. I have some GMT. I have some ApeCoin. ApeCoin's not even in the top 100 anymore, and we just kind of forgot about it. Because it's not because it, let's say, it crashed so much. It's because everything else blew up more than ApeCoin did. Engine coin is always something that's been around. Compound is something I personally like because I think it goes crazy during altcoin seasons because it's on Robinhood. And the fact it's on Robinhood, you've heard this spiel before, but that stuff like that, yeah, you could definitely do that. Or even coming down here, what else do we see here? Hot is fine. Oh, that's up 99% the last 90 days though, so you might want to dollar cost average into that one. Loop ring has been fine overall. Anything else? KDA is something I like a lot. But it's up over 180% in the last 90 days, so it might need to come back down a little bit for you to feel comfortable buying into it, or you can just dollar cost average with whatever amount of money you have in Dogecoin there. Anything else here? Floki is kind of more of a meme thing, but I know people love to meme it. Radium is up a lot, probably too much for me to want to buy, but you might even think of just breaking up the Dogecoin holdings into different pots and seeing what works out best for you. Waves was the jam, so to speak, a while ago, but I haven't seen much news about it lately. Let's see. We are out here inspecting these. Tesla took profits from Nat Gas again. Oh, buy Doge at 0.05, sell on bounces has been my plan. It really has had that solid support level over the past few, I don't know, quarters at this point, maybe even more than quarters, like years. It's just been sideways, have these big pops. And usually the big pops go around some type of news here. But I don't know if it's going to really have that sustained pump until we go into altcoin season. Because if you pull out, well, let me just pull it out here. Market cap. If you look at some of the top players over here, Bitcoin's up 73% last 90 days. Ethereum's up 60. BNB's at 45. Solana's up 355. Although Solana had a really bad crash. XRP 20. Dogecoin's at 36%. So it's only really beating XRP up here for the last 90 days. A lot of other stuff. It's beating Toncoin. It's not beating, you know, that's $1. It's beating Litecoin. It's beating Leo. XLM, it's beating. So, yeah, it's not really beating most stuff. So it's like a totally different plan here. Oh, the 1 minute chart's trying to back it back up here. Let's go over here. This feels, something about this chart feels off to me right now. I'm not entirely sure if I did something on accident here. There we go. I think we're just seeing more volatile than normal. Yeah, the 5 minute chart seems to be where I need to have it at this point. That's fine. I got puts on MicroStrategy in the 700s. Oh my gosh, yeah, MicroStrategy is that stock is volatile. But you know what? If you can time the crypto market with it, you normally are fine. The one thing about puts though is, you know, a lot of times we have these bigger moves that happen pre-market or post-market, so you have to just wait for the market to open back up to get rid of those options positions. But honestly, when they move, they move. Can you imagine that lucky person? This isn't crypto related, but can you imagine those lucky people who bought puts on Boeing before the disaster happened on that plane with the door flying off? Like they must have been up like 20 to 40,000% depending on when they bought. That is crazy for 1 day of holding or 2 days of holding or however much it was. Oh. Oh yeah, I need it. Okay. Sorry, that was just Red Bull. I was really happy with it. Hey Zachary. Exactly. I'm now on a Doge bag holder, but other coins have made me positive now, and I'm just waiting for Doge to eventually give me a profit to cash out on. Well, remember, Dogecoin still has value. I don't want to sound like a Dogecoin hater, but it still has value. But if other coins have been outperforming, you could still shed some of that Doge off, take it as part of a loss for tax season, which will kind of balance out maybe some of the gains you got. And you can move some of that over there. Even for my long-term portfolios, if something's not going the way I want, I can always adjust it and I can always change stuff there. Not everybody likes to do that though, so kind of like to each their own. But don't be afraid if something's not performing the way you want it to, and I would say Doge is not performing the way I want it to. Don't be afraid to move that out there. But for me, I'm playing a little bit more with house money because I bought Dogecoin so long ago. If you bought Dogecoin kind of at the higher points and you're just kind of waiting for it to top off, sometimes you just have to take the loss and move that money over to something that can make you more profit. Because if you have something that you know that's been more profitable and you think it will continue to be more profitable, move it over there. You'll make your money back faster than if you were waiting for Dogecoin. At least in theory, based on how Dogecoin's been performing over the last year, right? And hey, Yusuf, Bonk is really performing good. It really is. Oh, okay, snap. Hold on a second here, guys. I just realized that I have my heater on downstairs and my door is closed. And I'm like all of a sudden getting toasty. And I don't care about me being toasty, but I normally don't like my computer to get hot. I don't think it's running hot right now. Let me pull this up very fast. No, it's not necessarily hot right now, but I don't want to test it. Remember I used to have that problem where my computer, all the screens would go black, and then you guys could still see me, but I could see nothing on my monitors. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to stand up. You guys can count to 10 very fast, and then I'll I'll be right back, okay? Give me 1 second. There we go. You can see Loki all interested right here. He's like, what you doing? He was so excited. He thought we were going to go out. And then he's like, we're not going out. But don't worry. He's going out later on. We're going to go outside for a couple hours. And I got to get my jacket on and everything. Oh, now he's mad. He's like headbutting me. Like, what are you doing, man? I need to go outside. Okie dokie. Sorry about that, though. Do I buy shorts or short anything? Hey, Lay, right now I haven't been looking at shorts so much as far as cryptocurrencies just because this market's been more unpredictable. It's been easier just to go long every time, and the longs have been outperforming. I think as far as my swing trading on shorts, I'm like 3 for 10. While going long, I'm like 9.5 for 10 right now. So I've just not been looking at shorts. As far as the stock market, I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting. It's coming. I'm going to make a video about this later on. It's going to be more of a me talking video, and then with like Daddy, you also sing. But basically, we're gearing up for some type of large rug pull in the market. I just don't know what the catalyst is going to be. Tomorrow we have a CPI report, I think, coming out, right? CPI dates. January 11, 2024 for December. Yeah. So tomorrow, after we get that number, I'll be a little bit more knowledgeable about like where we're heading. But, you know, we're due for a pretty strong pullback. That's what I'm looking to short. But I haven't seen the move yet that says, hey, we are really there. I've seen a slowdown. I've seen a little consolidation, but I haven't seen that pullback that really says, hey, now we're starting the good stuff. I'll be streaming about it tomorrow, I think at 11. Remember, I'm partnered up with TradeZing. So yeah, tomorrow at 4 p.m. That means at market close, basically. Market close. I'll be streaming about the CPI discussion. I'll be walking through the current trends, going over a lot of the stuff we've talked about before, and just getting everybody a heads up. All right, so that'll be the goal for me tomorrow. I will possibly be streaming this on YouTube and there simultaneously because I have to make it I have to do something specific for this one. So I might not be live tonight. No, I will be live tonight. But basically, after I stream, I'll probably go to I'll figure it out. But basically, afterwards, I'm gonna have to hook up one of the streams here to this for TradeZing. And then from there, I'll be streaming on YouTube, but they'll be broadcasting it simultaneously over here to TradeZing. So I think you guys should be able to see it. If you guys are, I'll be able to talk with you guys in both places, no matter where you guys are. And then on top of that, I have one event coming up on here later on. I think it's on the 17th or something. Samsung is doing some type of big review. There's some type of big announcement. I'm going to be doing an audio room simultaneously talking about it. Think of a Twitter Spaces, but on TradeZing here. So it'll be pretty nice. I'm excited for it. And Bitcoin just getting toured around right now. There we go. Oh, geez, I just opened the door and the flood of cold air just came rushing in. CNBC is still talking about inflation. It's not and talking about anything crypto related just yet. Have I changed my charts from the PAC video for Lux Algo? Let's see. What do you mean? What do you mean? Have I changed my charts from the price action concepts video from Lux Algo? I've made a few price action concepts videos over the past few months. While we're kind of waiting for all this news to come out, and I have my phone here to kind of give me a little ping like as soon as it gets pushed out on Twitter. If you go over here to YouTube and you type in oh no, not price action concepts. I did smart money concepts. So if you type in smart money concepts, Lux Algo, you'll see Tom Crown's video, then you'll see my video, then you see my video, then you see my video. I think I might even have a couple more down here. Do I have any more? Yeah, there's one of my, that's the Crypto Meets Ledgers one. There's another one I have right here. I put out more videos on this stuff, but I pretty much have like, I don't know, 50%, no, I'd say 50% of the main real estate up here in the top 5. Because Tom has the top one. Remember, this one used to be the top one right here. And I got, out of 1, 2, let's add 3, 4, 5. I got 3. So, I'll 3 out of 5. Yeah. But, as far as price action concepts, that's a different thing. That's a paid one. I don't know. So Lux Algo has a video out about it. I don't know if they've taught you everything about it, but I can make a similar video to the one I did before. Yeah, it just brings up my smart money one. Smart money. Oh yeah, 10 minutes ago. Yeah, it is a price action concept indicator for amazing profits. Yeah, let me make a video about that later on this week, maybe tomorrow. No, tomorrow I'm busy with this trading stuff. The day after tomorrow, something like that. Maybe just the weekend. I'll post it on Monday following because I have to edit it and everything. I'll put out a video going over what each thing does, like the other video, and then I'll give you guys some of my indicators and the settings for those indicators. Basically to teach you guys how to do what you need to do. And then I think I'm going to put out another AI video because a lot of you guys have been asking about those in the comments. On it, yeah, that, and there's been a bunch of spammers spamming my YouTube channel lately, and it's been pissing me off. Like a lot of spammers for some fucking shitty token. I bet it's shitty. If I got a spam, it's a shitty token. But yeah. Oh damn, Bitcoin. What's going on here? Anything new from Watcher Guru? Nope. Oh, Bitcoin, where you going? I know we talked about whales moving over a lot of money from over to exchanges from wallets. I'm really hoping they're not trying to dump. You could see the price action here. They're really trying to stop this from falling. Look at this. Let's go to the second chart. This is why I pay so much money for trading, so we can actually watch, not trading, trading view, so I can actually see the second by second charts. But they are trying to push this down. Whales are coming screaming back, but I don't know. We're seeing a lot of movements here. Let me pull out something here and let's go to what's it called? I'm forgetting the name of it. Let me just go over here very fast. They're coming back up a little bit, but I mean, this is the perfect time to strike right here, so they better push it harder. No, I can't find it. Is this it? That's not it. Oh, well, that's not the most important. I was going to try to find one of those liquidation charts, but I don't remember exactly what the name of it was. Go back over here to the minute chart. You can see how we got hit pretty hard right there. Now, again, you know, you put it on an hour chart, it doesn't look terrible. Well, actually, it does look pretty terrible on an hour chart. We're seeing a small breakdown happening right here. I'll go back to the minute chart. But you can see right now, there's a bunch of volatility. Every time it seems like we get back up here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why does that sound so much different in my ear? Did I do something here? I did do something here. Okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I forget that these headphones have their own audio system involved, so sometimes I raise the audio up here so I can hear myself talk a little bit more. Talked about Larry already with shorting. I'm getting ready to short heavily, but it's just patience, patience, patience. if you, while we're watching Bitcoin here, like if you see the Dow Jones or something like that on the daily charts, like everything's been saying sell for the past few days, like since the 28th of December. All right, that's the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones to me is not as trustworthy as the Nasdaq and stuff like that, but we even had those sell signals over here. But what happened? We just zip back up, and that same thing has been happening when it comes to the cryptocurrencies, and it's just been pissing me off because when I see that move, I want to be able to strike it. What I would say right now is for the few shorts that I've been able to do over the past couple weeks, it's been more of 1 hour, 4 hour moves. So typically if you look at the SPY, that's more of like, hey, 1 hour chart. Let's see what you can do. Go here. All right. It was choppy right here, so you couldn't do anything today or yesterday. Too choppy, too choppy. Plus you see we're going to change your character uptrend. You don't want to be going into that one. But you have a change of character downtrend. Sell signal, sell signal, sell signal. You can hop into this for a little bit. Typically, I'm not riding this all the way down here. If I'm changing charactering with the sell signals right here, I'm scale out right here, or maybe a little bit, maybe might have actually taken the next day. Scale out right here, and you scale out right here, and then I'm out. I'm not even trying to do anything crazy. I'm not even expecting the lower lows and stuff like that. No, hourly charts are fine. 4 hour chart, a little bit more tricky. You have that change of character here from here. It doesn't say it. It says it starts right here. This is the kind of dangerous part about options. But sell, sell, sell. Woo! And it makes it easier to go in and do the same thing when it comes to the hourly charts. So when you have the 4 hour bearish, the 1 hour bearish, everything kind of aligns. That's more what I'm looking for. The news, probably not going to be shorting tomorrow or the day after just because of the CPI numbers, but could be fun. I'm really hoping for an uptick if you want to buy some cheap stuff, cheap stocks, stuff like that. Uptick in inflation, just to 3.3%, 3.4% if I'm really being greedy. From there, we can kind of see where it goes. But inflation's been coming down quite well so far. Is the last, Coleman, I mean, it should be fine, but let me just make you a better one. Usually, like, it's always nicer to have the tutorial matching up with what you're seeing in real time. That way, in this video that I'll make for you guys, you could see me back test it a little bit and be like, okay, this is nice. Because, I use smart money concepts a lot because, I enjoy it. It's the free version, stuff like that. While I'm streaming, I'll use the price action concepts one a lot. Just so you guys can see the difference. And I actually do like the way the order blocks look. It's a little bit snazzier. The only thing that kind of annoys me with price action concepts and smart money concepts, it's not even like a data thing as far as like making money off of it. It's the thing that sometimes the charts don't really match up well with my screen for whatever reason. So it'll squish it down and have everything be at the top like this, which will drive me nuts. I'm not entirely sure why that happens. I'm really not. I think I maybe zoomed in too much or something. I honestly don't know, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. That's the only problem I have with them. Nothing else really matters. But I'll make a video for you guys. And then I think, why did I pause from it? Oh, I was talking to the owner of Smart Money, Lux Algo, and they just put out it's over here. They just put out a new these are strategies. New? Is it? No. These are strategies that you guys can use for free. People have shared. Announcements. Yeah. Okay, so this was just a couple days ago. They have a new interface on their website, and I guess you could use ChatGPT, a powered search or something like that. So that's kind of cool. But they got new documentation for Lux Algo, and so remember I used to show you guys like setup toolkits, what is trading view, stuff like that. It's all new. I've been kind of hounding them for this for a while. They're really cool about it. What do you call? Now market structure, it'll solve this type of stuff. But what I don't think it does is shows you the whole setup for it. And because everybody has their own type of trading style. And so that's what I'll make a video on. But I'd encourage you to go over here and check out the stuff. I think you can see this without being a member. Yeah, I'm not even a member in this one. I don't even think I'm logged in. So, oh, maybe my account. Date billing. Well, I don't know. I don't pay for Luxalga, right? I get it for free because I'm an influencer and they want to influence me to influence you guys. And so I just, I show you, well, I don't know. I could be a better influencer for them, but basically my motto is don't pay for price action concepts unless you guys are doing well with smart money concepts. That way you guys aren't losing your money, because it's a really good program. Everything they got is solid, but if you don't know how to use it, or you're not at that level of trading yet, it's just going to be confusing and it's going to make you lose money. So I'm just like, hey, take your time, learn what you need to learn, then pay for it. Then you're going to be happy. But I don't want anybody to be unhappy when they buy a product that they think is going to help them make more money. Got to play a little bit smarter than that. Yeah, Coleman. So smart money concepts, price action concepts. Price action concepts is a lot better just because the little tools it adds on to your charts as well, which makes it a lot nicer. Why don't I have a website yet? Honestly, guys, okay, so when it comes to my YouTube life and me doing this type of stuff, my mother passed away in last October. And before that, I was really spending about like 6-7 hours with her. So I would make a few $100 a day or a few $1,000 a day or sometimes $10,000 a day. It kind of depends on the market. I'd be making a lot of money and I wouldn't be trading all too much. And most of my time was just kind of doing YouTube stuff, but not really the business behind YouTube. And so I just never really focused on that type of stuff. I have a website, but it's more of a marketing website because I've been finding myself helping out a lot of small companies with their marketing lately, like AI companies and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I've been doing as far as that. I don't have a cryptocurrency Michael Whitman website. Maybe I'll try to make a free one on Wix or something, and then from there just pay for their premium plan and see where that goes. But I've just never found an interest in it. Because like I what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna maintain a website. I'm not gonna be updating people every day. Like, here, check out this blog and stuff. I feel like for that I need a whole team working behind me, and I just don't want to work with the team right now. As if you guys don't know, I have like extreme ADHD. It's one of the reasons I like trading. It's one of the reasons I'm good at trading, I think. And I just I can't work like other people. I really cannot work like other people. Like after the stream, I will take my dog outside. We're gonna go run around, and he's gonna have a bunch of fun. And he's already getting mad at me because he wants to go out right now. And then after that, it'll be like a 3-hour period where I do no more work, and then I'll go work for maybe another 3 hours, and I'll go take a break, and then I'll work for another 3 hours, and then I won't go to bed until like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I can't work for multiple hours in a row, and even within those 3 hours, I'm taking breaks. I'm watching some YouTube videos in between shit. And I can't do normal stuff. I'm also not on like ADHD medication anymore, so I don't I don't know how you would say that. I'm full-blown ADHD. I don't have any medication trying to help me out at this point. I grew up on ADHD. I grew up without medication, so it's kind of just my personality is kind of evolved around that, or not evolved around it, but like it's part of me. So when I take medication, I feel like I'm a different person than I'm used to, just because I grew up with ADHD. But I'm probably not going to make a website anytime soon that matters for this channel. I may make a link tree or something that kind of posts to different areas, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something I find, what do you call? All the ETFs are approved. I'll wait for it to pop up here on, I'll wait for it to pop up on CNBC. What's right here? Hey, Haram, happy to see you back. Hey, no worries, Pablo. Yeah, don't worry. If you got ADHD, you can become a good trader. No problem. Okay, let me move some stuff over here. Like, I see CNBC right here. I got it right here. I can make this a little bit larger if we need to in a few minutes, but they're not talking about it yet. So, basically, the price action hasn't done much. We're in a small consolidation phase. I mean, maybe we can break out to the top end. But let me go over here to Watch Your Guru. Refresh. There we go. Breaking, SEC officially approves all spot Bitcoin ETFs. VanEck, Bitwise, Fidelity, Franklin, Valkyrie, hashtags ARK Invest. So there's BlackRock, Wisdom Tree. I was like, how could you not approve BlackRock? That is like, BlackRock has too many fingers in the SEC to not have that be done. It is therefore ordered pursuant to Section 9B2 of the Exchange Act 87 that the proposal SR New York Search California 2021, I don't know what that fucking means, 90 SR, oh shit. There's a whole bunch of shit here that just doesn't make any sense. And hereby are approved and accelerated bias by the Commission. Vanessa A. Countryman, Secretary. There we go. So we're good to go. Oh, they approved it 10 minutes ago. I don't know. All right, there we go. Dude, they're still not talking about it on CNBC. Okay, but here we got Bitcoin going. So for the last 10 minutes, we've been watching this, and maybe 12:45. Was that little drop right there? That could have been it. I feel like it's so anticlimactic based off of what we saw yesterday. I mean, I'm sure we're going to have some moves here in a few minutes, but like, it's just hilarious how anticlimactic this is, because yesterday, as soon as it happened, we went boom. So I feel like everybody's very scared at the moment, like, uh-oh. Because shorts that were, the shorts from yesterday, they got killed when we had the spike. And then the people that longed that spike got killed because the news came out that it was fake. And so everybody got pissed off there. They're talking about CrowdStrike right now. I'll update you when the news is actually talking about it here. I'm really surprised they're not talking about it. CNBC is not up to date on all the news here. Bitcoin is waiting to see if it's true. I don't want to fake people. I know. Well, right now we're breaking out right now. So we have a short-term level of resistance around 46,500. That's nice to see. But yeah, I think everybody's just a little concerned after what we saw yesterday. And hey, Big Fish, that is probably the most surprising thing that could have happened, though, is nothing happened. We are seeing Bitcoin over the last few minutes tick up a little bit. But guys, this is not a large move at all. We pretty much went up $600, which is fine, but it's not like the 1,000 points in a minute type of move that you might have been expecting. I guess we can all be happy we didn't crash, right? 2 minutes to go. Home Depot leads on upgrade. Okay, so I think we're just looking at the market closing here. After the market closes, I think they'll bring out the breaking news. I think they just want to have an extended period of time to talk about it. So the producer's probably saying, "Hey, hold on a second. Let's see where it goes next, and we'll see how that goes." Okay. Because I'm not even seeing, like, let's go to the 1 second chart. We've had a climb. We've had a climb since the news came out, but this is not the climb you're thinking of. For example, if we went back in time a little bit, I don't know if it'll let me. No, we're not going back in time that much. Can we? Say the 10th. No, it was kind of around here, wasn't it? Yeah, that type of drop off is what we're looking for, or the spike. Oh wait, something's happening. Oh nope, never mind. Nothing happened. I don't know why. I guess it's just when I was zooming at the bar was moving up pretty fast. Thought something interesting was happening. No, we're not really seeing much volatility. This is so anticlimactic. Hey, Ken. 46,500 seems to be giving Bitcoin some trouble. Yeah, remember, that's the resistance level I gave you guys yesterday when I was trying to take that long, and it kind of worked and it kind of didn't. Well, it didn't work for me, but I guess if you would have just had stronger cojones and held it, you would have been fine. But, I got to deal with my, I got to stick with my strategies. Yeah, but wow, this is, we can watch the minute chart. What's the matter with you, boy? You see something outside you like? Is there a dog out there or something? No? Come here. There you go. Loki's over here pouting because he wants to go out. Here. Yeah. He's throwing the biggest fit. Don't worry. We're going to go. Oh my God. We're going to go outside a little bit. There we go. Boiling milk on a stove is more volatile than this? I mean, I think it is. I think it is. But see, I don't know. I'm looking for the news. The news isn't even talking about it yet. This is kind of weird. I think, Okay, frankly, CNBC got a little bit embarrassed yesterday. I think Fox Business and I didn't actually look at Fox Business yesterday because we were watching CNBC. I know for a fact CNBC got embarrassed yesterday because they spent a whole half an hour talking about how the hack was Elon Musk's fault, and then all of a sudden it comes out it was actually the SEC's fault, and then they just it was hilarious. I didn't learn it, but I don't think we learned about it until last night. But yeah, it was freaking crazy, and I just can't believe they went all full in saying Elon was the bad guy in the situation. Then they do a full 180 this morning, and you see like, oh, it turns out it wasn't actually the Elon Musk, it was the SEC. Who's going to investigate the SEC now? And it was just like, yep. Closing bell overtime. Let me take a peek at this.
That the mega caps have been.
Nope, they're talking about mega caps. That's not actually about Bitcoin. Hey, Zachar. Hey, man, I paid $8 for this on-flight internet to watch at least something happen. Worst in-flight movie ever. Dude, I get you there. I hate paying for the... I think United charges me. Delta, it comes with my first-class ticket. And I think Alaska, I think they still charge me here. I totally get that. I think when I came back from Vegas on the 23rd, I think I had a Yule log playing the entire time as I sipped down a bunch of alcohol.
Close to its 2021 highs, up more than 10%. I think it was the best performer in the S&P.
Nope, it's the they're clapping their hands at me like the market's almost over. Yeah, that normal clappy thing they do. All right, let me go back over here. How's everything else doing? Oh, let me go over here. Ethereum, nothing. ADA's been moving up here. Dogecoin, let's just say nothing there. AMP, not much. Ape, Arbitrum. Not really much happening no matter which way you're going at this point. A lot of the charts look exactly the same, which is crazy. Oh, that's the euro. Ignore the euro. File, Gala, GTC, ICP. No. What do you call it? Pretty similar. There we go. 5-minute chart working out right now. There you go. And hey, man, of course nothing will happen. They are not fools to be so predictable to let everyone make money. I mean, a lot of times when we have news come out, it's pretty predictable. It's easy to make money. It happens all the time. It just depends on which way you're betting with the data. So, like, if you're talking about, like, a CPI numbers tomorrow, the forecast will be one way. Normally, the forecast is the right number. So if you bet along with that one, and it's lower or, lower than, it's going in the right direction, then you would go long and you'd make a few bucks in a few minutes of time. I mean, it happens all the time. It's not something new, but today it seems to be so anticlimactic because of what we saw happen yesterday. And yesterday we had the volatility. Everybody was happy when the announcement came out. Boom, flew up for a couple seconds. And then predictably, when the news was turned out to be fake, then we had that big move down, right? Comm services. They are really, CNBC is really ignoring this. Okay, let me go over here to Fox Business very fast. Let me just see if Fox Business has anything. Fox Business. Online. Oh. I'm still watching Bitcoin right now, but it's not doing anything. News live. Okay. No, Fox is talking about Hunter Biden previously defied GOP subpoena. I think they're really trying to keep it on the hush hush today. Like, so right here we have Fox Business. GOP questions Biden involvement in Sun Business. Oh, here, the CNBC's talking about it, or something related to it.
It's going to be patient. We think that 6 or 7 cuts is unlikely. It might be 3 or 4, but coming really towards the second half of the year. If unemployment stays low.
Oh, they're not even talking about Bitcoin. It just has the Bitcoin headline on the bottom. Oh, yeah, everybody, Bitcoin's below yesterday's price. Wow, what an exciting thing to talk about. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ethereum's making a move. Okay. Which is funny because hasn't been doing anything all week. Look at that. Oh yeah, Ethereum's making a breakout. All right, I'm watching Bitcoin closely here. It's up 0.21% or something like that, so that's kind of nice. Oh, you can see the consolidation. The breakout just happened. I mean, it'd be fun to take a long from here and see where we can go. I mean, like, hold on. This is a paper trade, everybody, so don't expect me to be actually making money with this. Oh, am I not even? Oh, there it goes. Trade. Buy one Ethereum. There we go. Oh no. Okay, fuck it. I don't like trading views buying system. We'll just assume we took a fake position right here a few minutes afterwards. Oh, look at that. It's already going up after we imaginary bought it. But yeah, but yeah, it is a nice little breakout there. Might be kind of nice to see it go up towards 2,600 though. Probably 2,550 though. For me. What's up, Mike? Hope you well. Can you take a look at Doge and AMD and see what you think? Thanks. And hey, Zaid, what do you call? Yeah, it's been an interesting one. I can check out Doge for you very fast, but it's not really doing anything. Daily chart. It's kind of bouncing off of this order block right now, and or maybe in the next few days it might bounce off the 200 daily moving average. You're seeing that death cross happen here, which kind of gives me a little bit of a cold feet when dealing with it. The 4-hour chart, it's about to turn bullish here, maybe in a few minutes. Well, another 3 hours actually. But you may be looking for it to hook up and try to come back up here to 0.083. That's really the move you're looking for right now based off of the Bitcoin spot ETF announcement. That's about as good as I can say for it now. On the weekly chart here, it's looking for more of a bounce that moves up later on next week because we're bouncing off of two moving averages, the 50 and the 20. Hopefully that support can hold and we can try to consolidate higher and then make another move up. That's kind of what I'd be hoping for here, but from day to day, it just looks kind of boring. You're pretty much just looking for a larger move to buy down here, sell up here. It's not the best, but it'll be fine if you are looking at the hourly charts on it. Boeing CEO speaks. Jesus, yeah, they're not talking about it at all. Wow. Maybe they'll have a panel on it. Ethereum still making a move up higher. Better to show it like this. Because I remember I had these things on it earlier. We can get rid of these now. We don't need them. It already broke out. 4-hour chart. In a typical breakout, but we just had a long. How long did it take to consolidate out of this actually? That was a 37-day consolidation after a very, pretty important breakout. Ethereum over Ethereum. I wonder why people have been losing interest in Ethereum, because I own quite a bit of it, And I still think it's going to go much higher over the years. I wonder if people are just thinking that other products are going to be able to take it over in the long run, and so people have stopped dollar cost averaging into it as much. Like, recently I've been dollar cost averaging a lot more heavily into AI tokens. I think that'll make me a lot of money down the road. We can go to 5-minute chart for Ethereum. Bitcoin's not doing anything right now, though. It's pretty much flat. Every time we get over 46K, Fox keeps unloading. This has been going on for over a week. Oh, I haven't noticed that one, so that's actually good to know right there. Oh boy, yeah. The news is just freaking weird. I don't know why. The news is just... I don't trust the news. I just don't trust the news. If you guys have ever watched that show Succession, I absolutely love that show. I'm not saying that show is adequately reflects exactly what's going on, but I could see some similarities in there. In my opinion, just like, you know what, it's not. They all have their agendas and their games they're playing. There you go. Still trying to pump up here. We did the imaginary buy-in right here, I think. So. We'll see how much further it goes. I think the 5-minute chart shows more of what's going on, though. Got a small consolidation right there, but I think that's fine. Bitcoin trying to get over the 200 and the 15-minute moving average. I mean, hopefully that means we get a pop, but honestly, like if you're looking at Bitcoin right now and you're looking at this, we're going in the right direction, right? We're going in the right direction. But I mean, we've gotten above it in the past. It was no problem. We just kept on spike, consolidate for a little bit. But that from yesterday, that is the issue. But if we're able to do something crazy like that, we can do it over here. But look how nice that move was. Within a few seconds, it was up 46,000 through 638, all the way up here to 47,000, almost to $48,000. Wow. I was hoping we might have something like that happen. Would have been a lot better, a lot better. Also doing better than Bitcoin on the news? Yeah, I would say that, because Bitcoin dominance has been gaining a lot over the past few days, and looks like Bitcoin dominance is losing some steam here. Because I'm seeing, like, here, let's go through some of these lists here. ADA taking off right now. AMP taking off right now. Ape token doing fine. Arbitrum up 20% here, doing fantastic. AVEX, AXS, Bitcoin Cash, kinda. BNB, not really compared to everything else, but still moving up the last few minutes. Bonk, a little bit. Chili's okay, fine. Comp over here is up 5%. It was just at, yeah, that one's doing pretty well. KDA doing fine. Looks like it moved up quite a bit before the news actually came out. So, yeah, you're right. Altcoins are doing it a lot better. Ethereum is still moving higher. Bitcoin sunk all the way back down. So it's kind of like unch for the day. But yeah, Ethereum is going up, so that's all we care about. Altcoins rallying. I got some money in altcoins, but see, I'm still losing money in altcoins based off of all the stuff that's happened over the past few weeks. Now, remember, this is a long-term plan here. Copy trade. What happened to him? Virtual Bacon. This guy has a large YouTube channel. I wonder what happened to him last 30 days. Oh, he may have made a really bad trade. $105,000 lost. Whoosh. That's a pretty penny. Oh well, shit. No, I want to look at Fairdesk very fast. All right, we can take it. Right now, I'm down $362 in the long-term account. I'm going to keep dollar costing average like $300 to $400 every week. I got $300 I can actually put in there right now, but I keep that as a little bit of a buffer. See, Bonk is up a little bit. AMB is down. Ape is down. Big Time is down. Bitcoin is up. Celery is down. Front is up. Hook is down. Hot is down. Lever is down. Meme is down. OGN is up. Reef is down, SLP is down, STMX is down, and TRB is down. So it's down a lot. Now, this is dollar cost averaging for long-term things. I had my prices back in October, so I guess if it was still October prices in here, it would all look green. But I feel like this is more realistic for people that dollar cost average later into the market, so we'll see how it goes. You can see how I just bought Bitcoin, more Bitcoin over here, and it's working out okay. But yeah. Beware of phishing websites. Oh no. I guess I'm glad they're telling me, but I don't really care. Yeah. Ethereum may pop up over 80, not 80%, 8% today, not 80. But we're still looking strong. Starting to heal. I'm looking at CNBC. Still not talking about it right now. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is down 1.8%. That's good. I mean, altcoins need to have a little bit of a rally. If we zoom out on Ethereum, Ethereum has been so boring compared to Bitcoin over the last few weeks, and there we go. It's finally having that breakout moment. So if Bitcoin at least holds at these levels, that gives altcoins a few days of having some really good runs. I know we talked about altcoins and stuff like this. I did not get many altcoins on the last day and a half or something like that. I just have my long term here because I was too spooked about what happened yesterday. ADA, it's still not where it was a few weeks ago. It's still not back at 67 cents. We're more than 10 cents away from that. Dogecoin, we're not there either. AMP, we're not there either. Ape token? Nope. Oh, Arbitrum. Arbitrum is making some nicer highs right now. But it looks like Arbitrum didn't really have that same dip as everything else did, so a little bit different. AVEX, still not there. AXS, still not there. So a lot of stuff is Bitcoin Cash is such a funny little thing. BNB, not there again. So, from a technical perspective, it's good, but it looks like most altcoins are still going to be in this type of consolidation phase and not in this pumping phase where they keep on going up higher and higher and higher. A few exceptions, maybe like Arbitrum, like I said, that from a technical standpoint, where does it go from here? A little bit different. But if you're looking at something like Matic, it still has a long way to go. Let's get rid of all these old technicals. It's just ranging right now, and it's been ranging all the way since November. Making nice new highs, though, which is kind of nice to see. Or highs. It's not new highs, but, you know, it's good. I would say overall it's fine. Bitcoin 5-minute. Now we're going down a little bit. Ethereum is still consolidating here. That's fine. ADA going up higher. It's what you like to see. It's what you like to see right now. I would love to see Bitcoin going up personally, but you know what? We'll all survive. Seems like the Bitcoin ETF's already priced in. I think at this point you're right, but I think if we didn't have that disaster by the SEC yesterday, I think Bitcoin would have actually had a pretty substantial pop. And I think that messed up the pop that we were looking at today. From a Bitcoin perspective. Altcoins, they're ripping, you know, they're doing just fine. Some are doing better than others, of course, but overall, I think the altcoins are doing good. You think they expect him to be approved too? I mean, that could also be uh-oh. Bitcoin went down, shot down 1% out of nowhere. Oh, but yeah. But I think that's, I think that should be a fish. Ethereum Classic has been disappointing. I was hoping it would have a boom like AVAX. I'm still kicking myself for selling AVAX at 22. I mean, as long as you made a profit on it, usually just make sure you continue to dollar cost average and don't touch that pot unless you feel like something is not performing. Dollar cost average, wait for that all-time high Bitcoin, wait for that 20-day to cross down below the 50-day, and then you reach in the golden zone for a lot of altcoins within the next like week and a half, 2 weeks. And then after that, you're pretty much in a good spot. But we just don't know exactly when that's going to happen, right? I'm still looking at CNBC and there's no news. I feel like they given up on the hype of it. The SEC document regarding approval was taken down from the SEC website. If this is fake again, I'm done. Bitcoin gonna dump. Is this yesterday in slow motion? No, because at least yesterday we had a pump. We haven't even had that yet. Let me go over here to Watcher Guru. Was there any news here? No, nothing crazy yet. Google, what the fuck? All right, there we go. Press releases. They didn't even do a formal press release for it. Is this what you're talking about, Babyfish? The SEC document regarding approval taken down from the SEC website? So there's one given out today. Foreign corruption practices. Okay, that's not important. I wish people would share links to these things so I could actually see them myself. I can't find the news anywhere. I'm not entirely sure. And Bitcoin's still getting hammered right now. There you go. Don't spam the chat, people. I mean, you could spam things, but don't spam questions and stuff like that. As far as people, it's something I'd buy long term, but I don't really trade it all too much. I'm 100% in dry powder, Dex. I mean, based on how this market's performing right now, I can't blame you, because I was a lot more heavily invested over the past few weeks, and I've been pretty transparent about me scaling out. But as usual, I tend to scale out a little bit too early, which is fine because I'm still walking with money. But, you know, I missed that last little, that good stuff on the top, the little cherry on the top. Coinbase has Bitcoin approved. That's good to see. Yeah, I mean, so far it looks like it's actually the true news. But, give me. The fact that you don't see it on the SEC website is kind of wild, right? Like if I go over here and I type in Bitcoin spot ETF, will it show up? Oh, I can't even filter. Oh my God, bureaucracy. By date. I clicked on it, but it's taking a second here. Okay. This is June 10th, 2021, so that's not January 10th. Yep, nothing on their website just yet. But I mean, we could always go over to CNBC. Dude, why? I'm like typing too fast on my computer, I feel like. It's not even on the front page. They got Trump, earnings blow up, Ether crosses. Okay, here we go. No, it's not even updated. Oh my God. It's not Friday, is it? It's Thursday, right? No, it's Wednesday. What the hell? Why is everybody so lazy today? I don't care about Jim Cramer. Do the opposite of what Jim Cramer tells you. Amazon cutting a bunch of jobs is actually kind of important, but we'll talk about that another day. Yeah, this is so weird. When are you going to KYC on Payat, man? I have you on my earning team from signing up, but yours is the only one on no KYC holding up almost 6K. What do you call? Whenever I get to it, I guess. I haven't been paying attention to the Pi app in such a long time. They just haven't been doing anything. Let's go back over here to Ethereum very fast. It's trying to move back up a little bit more. Has Pi actually done anything? I feel like at the end of the day, like I was okay talking about Pi because I felt like they were going to try to do something, and it was an easy way for people to get coins that had like no actual value at the time. But like now, it's just like I don't know if they're doing anything at all. Like I think I have like 15,000 Pi or something like that. I don't even know how much Pi I have, but nothing's been happening. Nothing's been happening with Pi. Maybe I have to re-download the app and see what's been going on since then. Maybe the SEC website is having issues if everyone is trying to see the actual document themselves to confirm it's actually real. Hey, Zach, that could actually be a possibility right there. But I mean, at this point, I don't know. I just want to see a link. I just want to see what's going on here. Like, if even CNBC is not talking about it, you know, Dow closes higher, Amazon, Dow closes, inflation report, RFK, they're doing a hit piece on RFK, of course, because I think he has like a good chunk of the country right now behind him. It's weird. Yeah, it's just weird. Just very, very weird. I'm looking at CNBC right now. Seems to be some type of expo in Las Vegas, maybe the Venetian or something in the background, but I can't tell. At least Ethereum's trying to make a run for it again. You also saw Arbitrum trying to do the same exact move as Ethereum, which is kind of hilarious. But of course, Arbitrum has a lot lower market cap, so it can do such things. Don't give us a double top. Don't give us a double top. Keep on popping up here. Report approvals for ARK and BR. Oh, there's no approvals for Arbitrum right now as far as I know. Watcher Guru would have talked about them or something like that. And they would have been in the talks for a while. I feel like it's highly unlikely there's something like ETF approval for anything else at this point. It would only be Bitcoin that I would say is happening. So yeah, so nothing really important happening as far as the news realm at this point. At least Ethereum's still making some nicer highs here. That's all I want to see. Because Bitcoin is doing nothing right now. Absolutely nothing. And hey, Puma, computer guy, just answered you right there. But Puma asks, what's the scoop? I just got off work. The Bitcoin ETF has been approved. Bitcoin is doing nothing. And I mean nothing. Nothing is happening with Bitcoin. Altcoins are having a tear right now. Ethereum's up almost 8%. ADA's up around 5%. You got Arbitrum up 20%. You have Bonk up 6%. You have DOT up 7%. Stuff like that. So it's moving quite well right now. Some altcoins. We're basically just waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin. But none of the media is talking about the Bitcoin ETF right now being approved. So I'm just like, what's going on? Because it's so weird. Like, let's see. You know what? Let me just spot Bitcoin ETF. Let me just search for it. Go over here to news, and the news might have a link. So, Cointelegraph. All right. There we go. See, Cointelegraph has what I need. Oh. Oh, oops, the page went down. Okay, so the page did go down. So at the time of publication, it was clear where the error for okay. Oh, okay. So at the time of the publication, it was unclear whether the error 404 showing the SEC approved 11 spot Bitcoin ETF filings was a result of the commission pulling the document or an overload in site traffic. So they fucked up again. ETF analysis James Seifert posted on X, formerly Twitter, that the commission may have not intended to release the approval document at the time it did, but would likely repost it anyway. Dude, the SEC is just full of fucking bureaucrats that have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Okay, here we go. Let's just read this through a little bit. Ethereum still consolidating, Bitcoin still consolidating, nothing crazy. So we might have just had two fucked up things going on here. Okay. So, or the SEC is trying to manipulate the market. I would not be surprised if they're trying to do this in the most sly way possible after what we saw happen yesterday, but let's leave that alone for a little bit. Breaking, Bitcoin ETFs likely approved by the SEC. It certainly looks like Bitcoin ETF approval order had hit the SEC website, but the link is no longer working. That said, the document looks accurate to me. All right. Notably, all 11 issuers are listed in this order filing. Looks like no one is being left behind at the starting gate. Here's the 11. We talked about this before. The SEC acknowledges the CME futures market and their impact and effectiveness in surveillance. As such, in contrast to previous proposals based on the record before the commission and the improved quality, okay, I'm not going to read that, can pretty much guarantee the SEC did not intend for anyone outside the SEC to get their hands on this document link yet. I can confirm that I downloaded the document from the SEC government website, and it's an approval order. Assume the SEC will be repost shortly. All right. Oh, here we go.
Trading tomorrow.
Okay. And so what's your expectation of how this is going to shift the environment and the mood around Bitcoin? There's been a lot of anticipation around this. The prices of Bitcoin ran up in expectation, and sort of unclear what kind of volatility we're going to see from here.
Yeah, I mean,
so they're saying it's not approved yet. This is so wild. This is so weird.
Trading. So that was the context of that.
Okay, before we get into this and you guys listen to them right now, what the heck is going on? So it's like approved, but it's not approved. It went on the website, but they took it off. This is fucking insane right now. They're acting like, so that's why the news isn't covering it, because they posted it, but they might have posted it too early. What the fuck is going on with the SEC? Like, this is absolutely fucking absurd. Like, this is like, it's funny, but it's sad because this is a major government institution, and like, they're under threat right now, and they're just acting like, yeah, we're fucking idiots. And they are idiots. Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
The ETFs, things should be pretty smooth tomorrow would be my expectation.
Okay, so it sounds like you got approval. Congratulations. I know this has been literally years in the making. You first filed in 2017 to have one of these spot Bitcoin ETFs. The question is, who's going to buy it? Are you expecting a lot of institutional investor adoption? And if we have multiple approvals and multiple ETFs now coming to market, is there room for everyone?
There's room for everyone, yes.
Well, first question, I think a lot of people will be now exploring Bitcoin for the first time. There have obviously been a lot of retail investors involved, but a lot of fiduciaries, financial advisors, and frankly, the banks have been told by the regulators, do not touch crypto. In fact, even today, as you know, these ETFs are structured with cash contribution and redemptions because the regulators wanted the banks to stay away. So a lot of major institutions handling huge amounts of money are going to be looking at Bitcoin for the first time as something they can safely buy in custody for their clients. Will it be a day one event? No, I don't think so. People are trying to figure out how does Bitcoin fit into their portfolios. And what we say is, look, it's part of your real assets allocation.
Okay, guys, they're basically just talking about who wants to buy Bitcoin now. But the big thing is, we could still have a huge move on the downward side or the upward side, basically, because of the chaos that's kind of unfolding right now. And I think that's why Bitcoin hasn't done anything, because it doesn't know what to do. People don't know if they should be buying or selling. It's absolutely insane. So we're going to keep listening to them on CNBC. I'm going to lower the volume just a tad so I can talk over them. As you guys know, I can get in trouble if I put, have their video on for too long, which is why I'm cutting it off every now and again. But yeah, so just to bring this into totality, they did approve the spot Bitcoin ETFs on their website, but they posted it too soon. So technically, it's not a full-on approval just yet. We're waiting for that approval, okay? Oh, now it's breaking news. Let's listen in.
But dollar cost average, with the volatility of this asset, you do not want
dollar cost average. Who's
time
been
it
saying
or
that
do it
forever?
all at once. But dollar cost averaging through the site, through its history, has always proven to be a profitable strategy. No guarantees going forward, of course. So that's what we're really telling people is, don't be shy about buying just a teeniest bit to kind of experience it, but then be very careful to spread your investment out over time.
Okay.
The framing, sorry, just to finish really quickly, the framing is we have an accommodative Federal Reserve coming into this year, and there's the Bitcoin halving happening in April. So you, as a Bitcoin investor, you do want to have some position going into that halving in April.
Okay, Jan, stay right there because we do have breaking news around all of this. Kate Rooney has more on
breaking
this
news?
decision by the SEC.
The
Kate.
fifth time fucking breaking news comes out.
Hi, Morgan. We are just getting word from the SEC that a wave of Bitcoin ETFs have been approved. The SEC just putting
Let's see
out
if the price
a
does
statement
anything.
saying that 11 of these have gotten the green light to trade in the U.S. We do expect them to start trading tomorrow based on what some of the exchanges have said earlier in the day. The CBOE said that those spot Bitcoin ETFs will begin trading tomorrow. I have a statement here from Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, that he talks about some of the risks involved here. He says, though we're merit neutral, he would note the underlying assets when he talks about Bitcoin are primarily speculative, volatile assets that are also used for illicit activity, including ransomware, money laundering, sanction evasions, and terrorist financing. So he does, in the same breath as approving these Bitcoin ETFs, mention some of the illicit use cases. He says, while we approved the listing and trading of certain spot Bitcoin exchange-traded products and shares today, he says we did not approve or endorse Bitcoin. Investors should remain cautious about the myriad risks associated with Bitcoin products whose value are tied to crypto. But Morgan and John, this is a long-awaited milestone for the asset class, really seen as this legitimizing moment and a way for cryptocurrencies to enter the mainstream investing landscape. You've got the largest asset managers in the world on that list I mentioned of those approved. BlackRock, you've got Fidelity on that list.
This goes over all of them,
It is seen as a way to bring some more safety and stability into these markets. And again, a big moment and highly anticipated for this asset class. So as of tomorrow, people will have the option to hold Bitcoin in their brokerage accounts next to your regular old stocks and equities. So big moment here, guys. Back to you.
All right, certainly. Kate, thanks. Jan, back to you for the last word. Does this asterisk that Gensler put on Bitcoin itself
fuck
here
yeah,
matter at
Gensler.
I don't really think so, except
Only
it's
an hour
really
late, Pablo, yeah.
confusing to the marketplace. There's no way that sort of criminal activity can happen in an ETF ecosystem. And we get a lot of conversations with compliance officers. We are only accepting money into our ETF from firms, brokers that have their own AML, anti-money laundering processes. So really, as far as the ETF is concerned, these comments about illegal activity should be really taken out of people's minds.
Okay. I do want to ask about the fee structure for holding or trading in
Going more
your
down
ETF.
than up.
And we've seen Kathy Wood, who also just had her Bitcoin ETF, it looks like approved in this list of 11, had cut her fees. We've seen some others within this ecosystem follow suit. How are you thinking about it?
Listen, Van Eck, we try to be very competitive when it comes to our fees, and we put ours out at 25, and we haven't changed from that. And other people have now matched us, and some have gone a little lower, which is great. But we're all basically in that lower ballpark.
Okay, while I talk about fees very fast, people also need to learn that the SEC's incompetence does not mean Bitcoin's incompetence. Yeah, but that's how the media is going to try to spin it. We saw that yesterday when the SEC messed up. They were talking about how it was X's fault and Elon Musk's fault. They all shift the blame after the government because remember, if you go with the mainstream narrative right now, institutions are under attack, yada yada yada. You got to protect the institutions as a media journalist nowadays. You don't go attack them, which is kind of crazy, but like it's the world we live in.
Thank you. Let's bring in Bob Pisani.
Bob Pisani, let's go.
Bob, we talked about this yesterday.
This guy is
Similar to
anti-crypto,
but this time
anti-Elon Musk.
We know
really
for real that this
liberal
came
guy,
from
but
the SEC today.
His reporting
just
is usually
looking at the website, and you heard from Kate there. Look, this is a big moment. No matter what anybody thinks about Bitcoin and whether it has a use case or they think it's worth something or not worth something, it's very clear that some people want to own it. And it's also very clear that the ETF structure is a far safer way to own it than any other structure. It's very simple.
Hey,
it's custodial. There's somebody out there who's holding the Bitcoin for you, and they'll know where it is. You're not going to lose your password. You're not going to have it stolen necessarily. If it is, it's the custodian's responsibility. So it's just
like the SEC
not
lost
only
their password.
more safe way to own it, it's a cheaper way to own it. And Morgan, I don't know if you've been seeing, in the last 3 days, there has been a price war that's broken out before the thing even trades. There's 11 of these out there, and all of them have essentially changed their price structure, or most of them, in the last 3 days as they've seen what everybody else is doing. So the investor wins by getting lower fees because you've got a lot of competition and a safer trading environment, no matter what you think of Bitcoin, Morgan.
All right, Bob Pisani, thank you.
Okay.
I like Bitcoin.
Another round of attacks in the Red Sea overnight. Up next, how the private sector is...
There we go. That's everything from them as of now. If they bring it back up, we'll be talking about it more. Hey, Shannon, happy to see you back. Basically, it was finally just approved after another mess up by the SEC. For those of you guys that are watching, let's just kind of break down exactly what happened today. So as you guys know, yesterday we did have that issue where we had the SEC's account. The person who runs the account, their phone got hacked or something like that, and that was their way into the account, and they were able to steal the login information and post on X saying that the spot Bitcoin ETF was approved. A few minutes after that, Gary Gensler said this is wrong and has not been approved yet. All right, and you can see Bitcoin taking a little bit of a drop off right now after the news is actually confirmed. So now we know which way we want to go here. Now, this morning or today, a few hours ago, about an hour ago, we had it come out on Twitter that it had been approved again. Bitcoin really didn't do much. We saw this move right here, but ultimately nothing really happened. Why did that happen? Because it was actually posted on the SEC's formal page, but then like almost immediately it had been taken off of the SEC's page. So that led to a little bit more confusion, like what the heck is going on here? And then we learned that the SEC ended up putting the link up too early, which is wild because we know they just made a mistake yesterday. You'd think they'd be hyper aware of not making any more mistakes, and yet they do it, right? So something weird is going on at the SEC. They're just not, I don't know what's going on. It seems like a touch of incompetence, honestly, which you don't want to have at the SEC because it really is an important institution that does a lot of good work as far as going after the criminals in that type of atmosphere over in New York City, that type of stuff, right? So now we finally got the announcement, like 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, and now we're good to go. Bitcoin is coming down a little bit. I wouldn't say this is a minute chart, so I wouldn't say it's like crashing or anything like that. It's just coming down. You're not seeing much bullish action here, but we'll kind of keep track of it. Within that hour, though, you saw altcoins booming up. Ethereum, I think, reached about 7.5%. Arbitrum reached about 20%. A lot of booming going on. Now, when we go over here and we look at that post from that guy, Bitcoin ETF, this is 48 minutes ago, likely approved by the SEC. So you see it's likely approved because of what's going on. And you can see over here, can pretty much guarantee that the SEC did not intend for anyone outside the SEC to get their hands on this document link yet. I think yet is the crucial word. I can confirm that I downloaded the document from the SEC government website, and it's an approval order. Assume the SEC will repost shortly. Okay, so now if we go over here to the SEC website, we should possibly see it up and running now. News. Okay. It is not on there. Press release. It is not on there yet. I don't know. But basically, here's the document. It goes over a lot of stuff. I would actually encourage you guys to read this if you guys have a minute. There's a lot of just legalese, so to speak, up here. And, you know, they kind of break down why they're doing this. They're basically saying we were forced to do it and we don't think it's right because it's dangerous, but we have to, so here it is, you know. And, it, you know, you can have ChatGPT summarize this if you really wanted to. The commission undertook to verify ARC analysis's correlation results for the subset of its selected spot Bitcoin markets, as well as to supplement the analysis by assessing the consistency of the results across the sample period. For robust results, the commission used stationary time series of price returns data at hourly, 5-minute, and 1-minute intervals for the spot Bitcoin USD trading pair on Coinbase and Kraken, as well as for the closest to maturity CME business futures contract. So they're working with Coinbase and Kraken. So this data is not coming from Binance when you're looking at spot Bitcoin ETFs. They are coming from Coinbase and Kraken. I think that's kind of important. Not like crazy important, but I do think it's important. The result of the commission's analysis confirmed that the CME Bitcoin futures market has been consistently, highly correlated with its subset of spot Bitcoin market throughout the past 2.5 years. The correlation between the CME Bitcoin futures market and the subset of spot Bitcoin platforms for the full sample period is no less than 98.4% using data at an hourly interval, 94.2% using data at a 5-minute interval, and 76.9% using data at a 1-minute interval. That's a pretty big disparity for the 1 minute, but I think that's probably normal. We'll see. So Kraken's actually not as good as Coinbase here, which is interesting. They're pretty similar. Like, you guys won't really care about it all too much, but it looks like Coinbase's data is just a touch bit better. Just a touch bit better. But I think Coinbase has been around for a while though. So yeah, it is what it is. The Bitcoin is definitely heading down here a little bit. Here's the 5-minute chart. All the drama that kind of went on because of all this. And there wasn't as much of a pump or a crash off of this news. I think yesterday really dulled out a lot of people because you can see that crazy move. I thought we might be moving up to that degree or coming down to that degree, you know, volatility. Now we're just like, what's going on here? Nobody knows what to do, because if you went long right here, you got killed on the downward move, right? If you were already short back over here, you got killed on the upward move. The people that shorted here on the top probably were only the people that hacked, because only they knew what was going on. Right? So most of us probably didn't make all too much money off of that event, which really sucks, because that's what we all were like hyping ourselves up for. The SEC seems to have the best interns. I would not even have interns within a 10-foot or 10-mile radius of the social media platforms and stuff like that. Gary Gensler said in a statement, while we approve the listing and trading of a certain spot Bitcoin ETF shares, we do not approve or endorse Bitcoin. I mean, remember, he's very petty. Gary Gensler is a very petty individual. He does not like cryptocurrency because he wants to be the next Treasury Secretary, and he wants to advance his career within the government. I understand it. I get it, but it's just not the way you want to do it. His reputation is probably, well, no, it depends on who does he really want to impress with his reputation. He's not looking at for people like me that like cryptocurrency and stuff like that, just some average voter and watching. He doesn't care about me. He cares about, well, what the establishment characters or figures like the politicians care, because he's a government guy. Government guys only care about the people in power at the government level, and that's the people that the people put in power, the representatives. So, I'm not going to be voting based on what I think Gary Gensler is going to do. I'm going to be voting on what I think the Republican or Democrat or Independent or I don't know what else, Libertarian, what I think they're going to do for me in my hometown, what they can do for my area, not based off of Gary Gensler. But I would be like if there was two people at the very same thing, one person supported Bitcoin and it was against Gary Gensler, and one person was for Gary Gensler and didn't like Bitcoin, I would choose the one that likes Bitcoin. But that's rare, right? I guess once they start trading the ETFs, we'll get more volume. If so, maybe tomorrow. I mean, it might be, but honestly, like since we have the news, you should see volatility over the next 24 hours in one direction or the next. If we go over here to the daily charts, the oscillators are kind of neutral right now just because of this crazy move that we had over the past few days. The 4-hour charts are bearish. The 2-hour charts are bearish. The 1-hour chart is bullish. Turning bearish, but it's still bullish relative to everything else because you can see we have this big move here and we haven't crashed back down below it yet. 15-minute chart is bearish. I think there's still an opportunity for us to move up even higher. Oh, there's a little move right there. A little way for us to move up a little bit higher. But it's going to be a little bit less predictable, and it's going to be a lot more of a riskier trade. Because you can see right now, Bitcoin, it's trying to do something. I don't know what the heck it's trying to do, but it's trying to pump up here. Why now of all time? I don't know. But it's trying to have something of a move here. Hey, Richard, is it only Bitcoin ETFs or are there ETFs for other cryptos too? It is only spot Bitcoin ETFs at this time. There will be more information coming about the other ones soonish, I believe. Not about the approval, but it's just about the process going along with it. Because you're going to be looking for Ethereum ETFs, maybe a Solana ETF. I don't think a Dogecoin ETF would pass the muster. But perhaps an XRP ETF. Those ones are what you're probably looking for right now. But the best thing to do is just a dollar cost average into it. Why is Bitcoin trying to pump right now? This is weird. It's not a crazy pump, granted, right? But it's trying to do something here. And you see the volatility. Like somebody's actually like doing a large size buy in here, which doesn't make much sense unless they're trying to change the direction. Because so far, Arbitrum's come back up a teeny bit, still coming down after that nice little pump we saw earlier. Ethereum consolidating. It's gonna be hard for this sucker to break out, but it's there. It's opening up though, which I don't like. Think of that the trend line's making open shape. I typically don't like those. But yeah. Sir, do I think Big Gun wants us to win? I don't know what Big Gun is at all.
I didn't get that. Did you try again?
Oops, sorry. Siri thought I said something to her. But yeah, I don't know what Big Gun is. Maybe like a gun lobby or something, but I don't know. I don't pay attention to the gun lobbies. I don't pay attention to the NRA or anything like that. I have guns, but it's for like hunting and self-defense. I don't really pay attention to the laws around guns or that type of stuff. Like, as long as if somebody breaks into my house, they will get shot. As long as I'm allowed to do that, I'm A-okay with laws. Anyways, Richard, happy to help you out. Thoughts on the Ethereum or XRP ETF? Personally, I think both of them would have a high chance of getting passed. I don't think there'd be 11 companies going after it like they did this time with Bitcoin. I think you might just have one or two because the profit there is not going to be as high for them as it is with Bitcoin. And there's going to be more lawsuits. The SEC is going to be dragged kicking and screaming to get those approved, which takes months and months of court hearings and the SEC being told, hey, don't make this mistake again. You're wrong here, yada, yada, yada. Citigroup banking earnings came out. They're down a little bit, but not bad. So no big surprise there. I'd be much more hyped about the XRP one because banking, but Ethereum would be fine too. I'm much more bullish on XRP long term than Ethereum. I hold a lot of Ethereum. I think it's fine. I think it'll do just fine. But XRP, I think it just got stunted so much based off of everything that happened with the lawsuits over the past few years that it's just kind of gearing up for a larger move, and I'm really excited to see what that move can entail. The one thing that could speed this up, I guess, is if we have a Republican president or a independent president. So like either if a Republican one or I think the independent right now is Kennedy. If one of those two people run, I think they're both more crypto friendly because they want to create jobs and more money flowing into the economy and stuff like that. If one of those two was elected, a random, I don't know if Trump's going to win the Republican primary. People say he is, but you know, either a Republican in that field or Kennedy, I think he'd have a better chance. Biden is clearly, his administration is not so pro crypto. They had to be, like I said, with the SEC, like dragged kicking and screaming to do it. That could speed it up, but without that, it's really just going to take like another year and a half or something for those type of things to come along, unless perhaps with the way the court hearings went this time around, maybe the court process can be sped up, saying, hey, you already helped us out with this when it came to Bitcoin. The same issues coming up, the same laws are coming up, and the SEC is just being a little bit of a brat here. Can you speed this up and make them do this? And then perhaps just then, the courts could say, yes, has anything changed? The SEC can make their case. The judge would say probably, okay, well, that doesn't make much sense to us because you've already approved the Bitcoin spot ETF. How is this any different? And, you know, especially with XRP, which is legitimized, has a formal business model. You see them expos across the country. They have deals with a whole bunch of banks and, you know, stuff like that. It'd be very easy for them to get approved, in my opinion. It's just the court cases. I don't know how those would go down. I think how they would go down is the way I said with the court cases. Them winning them pretty quickly, but I'm no court expert. It might take another year and a half or something like that. So, CB. See. Okay, that's not important. Anything on ADA? Nothing really happening with ADA right now, besides it kind of just pumping up with Ethereum. So far, it's in a good mood. You could probably day trade it if you wanted to. For me, it's you just want to day trade the breakouts with the momentum on your side. That's the easiest way to do it. But it's already kind of had its first breakout. You're going to have to wait for a second breakout, and that might take some time here because you have to wait for the consolidation, then the breakout to happen again, then you strike there, then you kind of ride the wave up. That wave isn't probably going to be as large the second time around, but it'll still be large enough to make a profit. NA Shannon, big gun means NRA? I think that's what it means. Yeah, I don't know. But like, I don't focus on the NRA at all. It's not something I've ever had a passion about. Even the guns I have, I don't go out and shoot too often. Maybe I take a girl out on a date, we do a rifle shooting thing, but they will have to like say, oh my gosh, I've wanted to go shooting forever. I don't bring up the fact that I have a gun. I feel like that's weird. But you know, go out shooting. It's fine. I'm more of a fly fisherman myself than a shooter. So, but when I want some elk, you know, a gun never hurt. What are my thoughts on the long-term utility of Ethereum in terms of its blockchain? Will it stay the leader, or will something else emerge? Something else will emerge and overtake it in the future. Whether that thing actually has a higher market cap than Ethereum, I'm not entirely sure. I would say you're still hearing lots of complaints about Ethereum, about how expensive it is to, you know, swap and the gas fees and stuff like that. There are competitors that are making it cheaper, maybe at the expense of security or something like that. But I feel like the security can be, you know, fixed up. Same with Ethereum. I think they can maybe lower the fees just a little bit by making things more efficient. But I do think Ethereum is not going to be number 2 forever. I would suspect in the next 10 years, Ethereum is not going to even be the top 5. There's going to be some more legitimate companies that come out with their cryptocurrencies, and those ones are really going to overtake a lot of the ones that we know and love right now. Oh, come on, Bitcoin, have this pump. I'm waiting for this pump for Bitcoin. It's like been consolidating for the past like fucking 10 minutes, something like that. But so as the cryptocurrency market gets better and better and better, more established, more outside money coming into it, you're going to see Facebook come out with a digitalized token. You're going to see Tesla come out with a digitalized token. You're going to see, what is it? NVIDIA, excuse me, come out with a token. And I'm wondering if that'll be used as a formal gaming token that can only work with their processors and stuff like that, which would be crazy. I don't know if they're going to go down that road. That seems kind of crazy to me at this point, but I'm speculating. But you'll see a lot of these companies making their own tokens, even a Google token. Maybe they won't pay me in US dollars in the next 10 years. Maybe I can opt into their cryptocurrency. You know, it's a whole bunch of stuff. It really is a whole bunch of different possibilities out there, but a Google token could definitely overtake Ethereum pretty easily. A Meta token would have some more trouble with it, but they could still do it eventually. And I think that's kind of where we're headed. A lot of the cryptocurrencies that are kind of all decentralized and we like the way we're able to buy them and everything, I don't know if they're going to be the top dogs forever, you know, at least the next 10 years. I think there's opportunities for other companies to make them, but there has to be the rules in place in order to do so. There's no rules in place right now. All right, so they're patiently waiting. But once the infrastructure is built up, oh, they're going to go ham. You know, imagine that you put money into a video game, all right, and then in that video game, you buy stuff using cash, but the cash back you get, they kind of already do this, but just in a different way. The cash back that you get is not going to be back in dollars. It's going to be in the crypto token, which you could stay on that platform and spend it, or you can move it over to like think of like a Steam accounts. You could have Steam tokens that move around like they have now, but it's just going to be cryptocurrency. You can move it around. It'll have its own market and stuff like that. It'll be interesting, but there's going to be probably more cryptocurrency friendly companies out there over the next decade as well. So I don't think it'll be necessarily the new companies that start from scratch. I think if they start from scratch, like or as soon as they start from the ground up, 20% of it is already going to be owned by a Google or Meta or something like that. Or you could even have airline tokens. I mean, there's a whole bunch of shit you could do. You know, but at the end of the day, it's just what you have to fit into some type of practicality model. What's practical now might not be practical in 10 years, so we're going to have to wait and see how it all pans out. But I would suspect, yeah, Ethereum's not going to be the top 10 probably the next at the end of the next decade or something like that, like 2035 or something like that. 2034, I don't know. XRP is busting through its 200 daily moving average. When it's up against those moving averages, it tends to pop really, really well. With most altcoins there. And there's Bitcoin's little pop I was talking to you guys about. Finally took a few minutes though. That took a little bit of time. Dollar index is down. Can't buck technical analysis even for an ETF. I mean, what, the dollar index is down 0.16% today. It's at 102.35. It's not a bad spot, but the dollar index, it's at a level of support right now. It doesn't know if it should be breaking down because of inflation and stuff like that. We will know that answer tomorrow morning. So when that announcement comes out, oh boy, it's going to be a shocker for the market. I'm hoping that when the inflation report comes out, though, it's probably going to be, well, let me actually check it out. Let me get rid of a lot of these extra tabs I have at the top here. All right, what's the best way to do this? Okay. There we go. All right. So in November, we had 3.1%. This one, the consensus is 3.2%, which is a slight uptick. All right, that's not good. The TE forecast, trading economics forecast, is 3.1%. And we'll just kind of wait to see. If we tick up to 3.2%, that's going to mean that the market's probably going to go down for a little bit because we're pricing in that we're not going to have rate cuts in March. It's not going to be a crash event. It's just going to be like a move down event gradually for maybe a couple weeks or something. If it is higher than 3.2 and we start going to 3.3, 3.4, that's where the market's going to have a very bad reaction to this data. And that's when we start coming down a little bit faster than expected, which case, you know, you're going to be loading up on puts and stuff like that. If we have that higher inflation, that would lead us to having a more expensive dollar, which means we're going to have a very strong bounce off of those support levels right now. Let me show you those support levels that I'm talking about here. And Bitcoin's still having that nice little breakout. All right, let's go to the weekly chart. All right, see the support level right here? We've already had a small bounce off it. we go boom, and we go up a little bit higher. I think I used to have a lot more technicals on here, but I guess they're gone. Well, you know, we did have that golden cross, but nothing really happened afterwards. But anyway, yeah. So we'd actually have a reason to keep on going up higher, and then maybe move back up to maybe just 104. Not, you know, not like all the way back up here to 107 or something like that, but 104. That's kind of reasonable here. That's a $1.50 basically, a little bit more than that. But the oscillators here on the weekly chart, they're still bearish. They could be turning more bullish here over the next couple of weeks, but they're not there yet. The daily has been bullish for the last, since January 2nd, and we've only pretty much gone up and sideways a tad, you know. But basically, when the CPI data comes out, we're either going to be poking right back up, or we're going to be crashing back down. There's going to be quite a bit of volatility here. All right, back to the 5-minute here, or the 1 minute here. Let's see. Oh, please let this go up a little bit higher here. Bitcoin needs it. Bonk is up a little bit more. Arbitrum's still doing okay, and Ethereum is still doing okay. They're still consolidating against those levels of resistance that we talked about a while ago. 8:30 CPI. Oh, you're talking about the time for the CPI. Yeah. I thought you were talking about that was going to have like an 8:30 number, and I was like, oh, dude, that would destroy the market. That would cause like a flash crash of unknown proportions if we had an 8:30 CPI number out tomorrow. That'd be something else. All right, but okay, everybody, I'm going to end the stream right here. I'm going to call it a day. I will be streaming later on tonight. I will not be, I don't know. Tomorrow, the way I have to do my stream so I can do that TradeZing event that I was talking to you guys about, I'm going to be streaming at 11 o'clock in the morning, going over the data. 11 o'clock my time, I believe. Oh, yeah, because, 4 o'clock. Just double check this. Yeah, 4 o'clock, so 11, no, that's 1 o'clock, sorry, 1 o'clock my time. I'll be live, and I think I'll be live on YouTube and TradeZing simultaneously, going over the CPI data. I'm not waking up early morning to do it because nobody ever watches me early morning. It's like a hassle just to get a few viewers on that time because all of you guys usually have work or you're sleeping or something else going on in your life, which is fine. I've just learned to not wake up early to do videos at the morning time. Maybe if I was on the East Coast, it'd be easier. So I'll be talking about the CPI data and all that type of stuff tomorrow. And then at the same time, if Bitcoin's doing something, I might dip that in there a little bit. Same with the regular markets. I'll just kind of do a totality thing probably. And then we'll be going over some of the same stuff we talk about every month when it comes to CPI data. I'll be looking at different articles here, and it'll be about 45 minutes to an hour long video. And then I'll cut it off, and that'll be that, I think. And then I might go live later on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, though, so I think I should be front on time. You guys will be able to see my face, I think, tomorrow as well. So I will see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do have a Telegram link down below. I'm going to keep on pumping that up until I get to like at least 1,000 people following me there. Thank you guys so much. And if you guys are looking for an exchange, this video or this stream was sponsored by Fairdesk. I have a link in the comment section if you guys are looking for an exchange. If not, no worries, but I appreciate it if you guys look around and